Oh mate, I'm cooked off of half a beer. I'm steaming, ready to record, baby.
More like Jumanji.
Oh mate, I can't beat that. I can't top. You're bringing a new energy. My gosh, Jumanji. That should exist. There should be a beer called Jumanji. I bet someone's done that. It'd be like really fruity and good.
Yeah, and you have to finish it, otherwise your house gets wrecked.
Yeah. People just start trashing your house until you finish sculling the beer. Yeah, that's the only way.
It's one of those slightly big cans, so it's like, hey, you gotta.
Yeah.
It's gonna be flat by the time you finish it.
Oh no. The truth. Oh my gosh. Let's not lean too hard into New Zealand's binge drinking culture and start the show.
Yeah. Welcome to the jungle. You've got fun and games. You've got everything you want, provided what you want is Pink Floyd, the podcast where we watch every movie ever made to see if it syncs up to Pink Floyd's 1973 magnum opus, The Dark Side of the Moon. My name is Gareth Blackler, and with me, James Barron.
Hi, it's Jungle James. What's up? I'm here. I'm ready to live in this hellish place, the jungle. I've been trapped here for 26 of my years. So I've only spent 2 years outside of the jungle at this point.
Wow.
I'm barely capable of speech. It's amazing that I'm on the mic at all.
Yeah.
How are you going?
And know so much about the last 28 years of pop culture.
Yeah, it's true. That's it. I was either side. I caught Dark Side of the Moon when I was 1 year old, and then 26 years in the jungle, and I've had a year out to record the podcast. That's the way it goes. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all canon.
Mm-hmm. I love establishing new canon.
So this week we watched the 1995?
Is it? Yep, that's right.
A weaker podcast would have looked it up.
No, it's correct. That is it. You've done it.
Board game adaptation? No. Book
adaptation.
Invented a board game.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was adapted into a board game. Jumanji. Later adapted into a Saturday morning cartoon.
Yep.
And 2 The Rock movies, which I haven't seen, but I've heard are really good.
Yeah, I've actually heard that they're pretty good as well.
Yeah.
It's lots of pretty famous actors having a goof and a gaff in the jungle, and later on not in the jungle. I don't know. But it's
all I
so
know about
good.
the sequel is there's a horse. Sorry.
Sweet. No, it's so good that they made 2, which is kind of wild. There's more than the original movie. There's double that. So it must be pretty popular. But hey, screw that. We didn't watch that. We watched 1995's Jumanji.
How did you find it? Do you have a relationship with Jumanji?
Yeah, I really like this movie. It's one from my childhood. It's probably not that appropriate for kids. It's definitely a kids movie, but fuck, there's some traumatic stuff that happens in this. I noted throughout that this has big Goosebumps book energy. The whole film feels like one long horrific Goosebumps book that choose your own adventure things going wrong for these kids.
Yeah.
It's very enjoyable. But yeah.
If it was a Goosebumps book, what would it be called? I'm reckoning it's a jungle in here.
Oh, yeah. They always had really bad pun titles, didn't they?
Yeah. It was always pretty much the whole tagline instead of the actual, instead of just a nice snappy title.
Yeah. I think it'd be Jungle Fever, and there's a kid sick in bed, but then he's surrounded by jungle plants on the cover.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't see the forest for the scares.
For the bees. I don't know.
Hey.
Yeah, there's always there's a pull quote as well. Man, Goosebumps. Yeah. Let's just do a new show about Goosebumps. Holy shit.
When's the last Goosebumps? When was the last time you read a Goosebumps?
Oh, God. I read... so, there is a really good podcast. I'm going to plug another person's podcast on our podcast.
Go for
There's a podcast called Goosebuds, where 3 friends read Goosebumps books every week. They were going sequential order, but then they just, started doing random ones. And I read a Goosebumps book for that. I think I read, the 3rd one. Oh, no, I read the first Monster Blood, which could be the third one. But anyway. Yeah.
That is a good...
It was a pretty good one.
Goosebumps.
Out of the Goosebumps canon. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Have you read A Night in Terror Tower?
I have read that one, yeah.
Yeah, I'm worried I've already talked about this on the show, but like that one is existentially terrifying.
Oh.
Because the children find out all their memories. Oh, spoiler! Skip ahead if you're, working your way through the...
Spoilers for, like, a Goosebumps book that came out before Jumanji.
Yeah. That came out before James even went into the jungle. The book was published in January 1995.
Oh, wow.
All the children find out their memories are fake, and they're actually, like, exiled prince and princess who have been sent to the future to save them from terror.
That rules.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. Like, they always had twists, didn't they? Like, very, like, way over the top twists. Just because that was what was done in those books, I guess. R.L. Stine loves a bloody twist. What a guy.
He also, he'll put something scary in, like, almost like a jump scare, like a cliffhanger at the end of every chapter, and then immediately resolve it.
Yeah. I'm super conscious of the fact that we aren't talking about Jumanji at all. Gareth, what is your experience with the film Jumanji?
Oh, it's probably another... I was thinking about it. This is probably... Every generation has a film that it loves that the previous generation doesn't love.
Yeah.
So, like, for people older than us, it's probably like Labyrinth or The Goonies or something like that. And maybe even as you get older, it's Star Wars or something like that. And then obviously for younger people than us, it's probably like the Emoji Movie or something we just can't get into.
Yeah.
And this is... Yeah, so I was kind of watching it through that, and then I couldn't tell, like... Because I still think this movie's great. There's some things that are a bit, like, dumb, and it's a bit weird that it spends so much time in the 60s, which annoyed me a little. But yeah, I loved this film when it came out. I'm still loving it. And I remember going to an open home as a kid, and there was the fake, that fake furniture they put in open homes to make the people who live in it look really cool.
Yeah.
And in the fake kid's bedroom, there was a Jumanji board game, and I was so scared. And my parents did not get that house.
Thank goodness. Oh my god. It's wild to me that they even printed fake Jumanji board games. Like, the whole premise of the movie is that this is an awful board game that will ruin your whole life. Until you finish it, and then it could, like, you get a second chance or whatever. But, like, it's nuts to me that, like, people at Hasbro or whatever were like, yes, this will sell. Of course, people want to go through such trauma. Ingenious. They're sick of Monopoly.
There's enough they're not getting enough trauma from that.
Yeah, they need to move on to something harsher. The gritty board game realists who want a jungle-type adventure.
Yeah. But isn't it like Ouija boards are the same kind of thing? That
true.
Made those, like, they didn't exist until they started making them as a board game. And, like, sell this. It'll mess up your life by inviting ghosts into your house.
Yeah, talk to the demons. Talk to dead grandma. I don't know.
You're 8 years old. Here's a demon.
Yeah. Good luck. I don't know the history of Ouija boards, but I do love them as a concept.
Yeah.
Like, it is wild that they kind of got, like, co-opted into horror movies and stuff, because, like, they're probably just, like, a fun, like, party game as what they were marketed as, right? Like, everybody gets drunk and then somebody's moving the thing, and then you don't know who it is. Quite sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you tried the online Ouija board on brainjar.com?
What?
It's not great.
What do people spell out? I imagine some horrific stuff because it's the internet.
Yeah, I don't even quite get how it works, but...
Is it like Twitch plays Pokemon but Ouija board?
That would be amazing. That's what it should be.
Twitch plays Ouija board? Have we just invented something that's going to make us more rich and famous than this podcast?
Yeah.
All right.
And the good thing is, no one listens to this podcast, so no one's going to beat us to it.
Yes! Excellent! Okay. Yeah, this podcast is actually just a vehicle for our, like, get-rich-quick schemes to be on record, to be recorded, so that we can remember them later.
Yeah. And I don't know how to, like, keep audio other than by putting it onto Apple Podcasts, so,
It's the only way.
Yeah.
That's where I listen to all my audio.
My mum wants to leave me a voicemail. She has to create a podcast.
Yeah. I'm not listening, Mum.
Yeah.
That's the only way I'll get your messages.
Go on Mark Maron, Mum.
Yeah, please. Mum and Maron, I'd be into it. That's the crossover we're waiting for. Man, we are so far off track. We haven't even started. Holy moly.
We've got so many good ideas.
Yeah, it's impossible.
All right. Well, this movie, it kicks off with a spooky green logo, which kind of thematically vibes with a bit of Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah, it does. Is this the like central orb of Jumanji revealing the logo to us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with that.
Sweet.
I like that a lot.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I kind of wish that all the credits followed the same, like, spooky washing in from nowhere font. We start the movie in 1869, which is wild. Like, the two completely unnamed characters are here burying a box. And, like, a young boy gets very scared because he, like, falls in the hole with this box, and it's like, it's trying to get me! Oh my god! Yeah, it's great. The screaming does not align with the screaming at the start of...
No.
Yeah, not so good. But never mind.
We do get a lovely... the guy says... The little voice on the Pink Floyd album says, I've been mad for years, and then a year shows up on screen, so that's something.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and the kid says, may God have mercy on their souls, which is always great to hear.
Yeah, and then, like, lightning flash into this.
Yeah.
This is great stuff at the start of this movie.
Yeah.
Way over the top. I'm into it. And then, we, like, smash cut to the future, like, 1960-something? 65, was it?
69.
69.
Nice.
Okay. Right, so 100 years later. Sweet.
Yeah.
And, we see young Ellen biking around the town of Brantford, which is what this becomes. We see, like, that this is the same town as earlier because there's, like, a little road sign that says Brantford and the, like, flash of lightning, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
And then he's being chased by, like, some biker bullies.
Yeah, a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, this is all very Goosebumps. There's always, like, bikers and bullies and stuff chasing main characters. Yeah. Like, for no apparent reason. Just, like, little shit kids being shitty to each other. So, I'm already in the Goosebumps mindset watching this movie. We get Run, Rabbit, Run is the line that plays where a bully says that he's going to run to daddy off of the shoe factory. So that's a sweet sync right off the bat. Talking about running.
I would prefer if this album had said Run, Daddy, Run. But, you know, what can you do?
Run, Daddy, Run? Oh, I'm not sure I'm on board with that energy. Pink Floyd are
fair enough.
Trying to, like, get into the, like, pop charts or something with that one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You've heard of Dad Rock. What about Daddy Rock?
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Moving swiftly on. There's, like, some talking about these, like, fresh new kicks that Carl's cooked up here at the shoe factory. He's invented the, like, sneaker in 1969, which rules. Great looking shoes. I'd wear these.
Yeah, heck yeah, same.
Yeah. But yes, it doesn't go well for him. He like he's talking to young Ellen about them, and it gets put down on a wee conveyor belt, and he gets munched by the machine.
Yeah.
Not so good. Young Ellen does not take the fall for this as well.
Oh, his cold, dead eyes as he
sucks.
leaves watching this firing happen.
Yeah.
I hate young Alan. I don't hate him. I'm not a fan of young Alan, especially because you know he's keeping you from seeing Robin Williams.
Very
he's going to somehow grow up to be like from the least charismatic child to the most charismatic man.
It's true. That's what the jungle does to a man.
Yeah, maybe the jungle was good.
It turned him into Robin Williams.
Also... he's keeping us from Kirsten Dunst, who's like a super talented child actor. So like,
exactly. Get out of here, child Ellen. I mean, shout outs to you. I'm sure this was like a pretty tough role for a young kid, but hey.
That's true. Knowing you have to be Robin Williams.
He is pretty wooden. Like, it's not a great fit, like, charisma-wise.
Yeah.
I will admit. But hey. It's tough. He's got to be like a somber, picked-on kid, so I kind of get the vibe. But
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Maybe the casting of Robin Williams is where it was wrong. Like, they should have chosen a more somber actor.
Yeah.
Who knows?
That's a good point. Yeah. Although I would say this is some somber Robin Williams. Like,
True.
you almost forget Robin Williams is in this film.
He's super dark throughout. Like,
yeah.
Making some, like, really... He does make jokes, but they're, like, very, like, black comedy style stuff. Like...
Yeah.
Yeah. Except for one joke, which sucks later on, which I'm going to dwell on for a while. So, yeah. Look forward to that one, listeners.
Oh, yes.
What happens next? His dad tells Alan to, like, go and face the bullies that he's afraid of. Like, go and stand up to them. And he's like, oh, okay. And then, Carl takes the fall for the shoe, getting, like, all munched up and ruining the machine. Presumably gets fired in the background because of this. What he gets? Poor Alan gets, like, beaten up and his bike stolen. Because he's facing down, like, 6 bully kids. Because he's, like, hanging out with Sarah Whittle, I guess?
Yeah.
Who's the boyfriend of
Billy's...
bully.
Yeah.
Of course, the bully's called Billy is just, like, ideal. That's sublime. My gosh.
They just, like, handed in the script and they realized they'd forgot to name the bully and they just ran back and added some eyes over the U's.
Yeah. No shade against anyone called Billy, but...
No.
But,
Billy's a great name.
Yeah, I agree. Bill, Gotta love Bill. So... But there's something that after he's been punched in the nose and he's bleeding out, he's like, he's not bleeding out, but he's bleeding. He's like, here's this, like, thumping through a wall that we can't hear because there's Pink Floyd's are blaring, but, like, not even subtitles going on. So he's just, like, weirdly walking around a construction site, and without context, this is very strange. Like,
I had no idea what was going on.
There's no
like,
Jumanji thumps for the subtitles viewers of any film here. So, like, Jumanji takes on a new weird form where people are just drawn to it for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They just go cold and start walking.
I feel like it's important enough that it should be subtitled, that the game is making these sounds. But
agreed.
I don't know. Yeah.
Look, like I don't know who makes subtitles, especially for, like, the sometimes dodgy ways we have to watch these films.
Yeah.
But, like, this one...
all above board.
This one was a sleep of the wheel, because, like, there's a lot of crosstalk and, like... snippy dialogue that they just do not put in, so you just get, like, half words and half sentences later on.
Oh, man.
Nah.
We had a dropped experience then. It's a shame. They dropped the ball on those subtitles. Never mind.
Yeah.
Now, step it up, subtitlers of the world. I know you're, like, probably putting in this work for free, but, like...
yeah, true.
You know.
And, like, I could never do what you're doing, but, you know...
I don't know.
Please, do it better.
Maybe we could do this as, like, a side gig for our podcast, and then we're watching, like, a movie every week, right? We just start subtitling films that we aren't impressed with the subtitles for. It's, like, as a public service.
Yeah?
Yeah? You into that?
Yeah, I mean, if we can change fonts and stuff, I think that would be awesome.
Yeah. It's all coming up in the Jumanji font, like, whirling away.
All being revealed by smoke and then, like, immediately vanishing again.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
I will say, putting in the effort, though, is Pink Floyd, because those drum fills in time sound a lot like these Jumanji drums are supposed to sound.
Thank goodness for the boys in the Floyd picking up the slack where the bloody subtitlers are letting us down, you know? Oh my goodness. Anyway, he uncovers this box from the wall. It's like a big chest. The clocks go off in time here. Like, when he is opening the crate, he hasn't revealed the game yet, like, right on the buzzer, which I'm a little bit upset by, but it's like, he has the box open. He, like, opens the box and is full of sand, like, when the clocks go off, which is a little bit of an anticlimax, but, you know, seconds later he reveals the game. So, there it is. Jumanji. Beautiful carved, like, box top. Like,
oh, heck yeah.
If this wasn't a cursed game, I would love to own Jumanji, you know?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Put it up on the mantelpiece.
Yeah, very well put together. But I'm not a fan of owning cursed objects, Gareth. I don't know. Like, other than the cursed object that we both share, it's like, I'd probably avoid it if I can. I'm making reference to a 5-foot-tall papier-mâché skeleton that I own. Or that...
oh, yes, yeah.
That Gareth and I
Alejandro.
own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's give no further context on him.
Okay.
He just keeps us cursed.
Yeah. Gotta stay cursed. my new personal slogan.
Look, it's October. They should be releasing like a fizzy drink that has the like slogan "Gotta stay cursed" and someone like.
That is
I'd
true.
be all for that.
Yes, I'd be into it. Like, I feel like Jumanji's fairly October-y. Spooky stuff happens. Things,
cursed objects. Like you said, it's very Goosebumps.
Yeah, spooky times. Spooky season, Gareth. That's what we're in. Hopefully this podcast goes up in October. I'm pretty sure it will. But anyway.
Yes, don't worry.
Okay. Yes. Then we like, crash to the parish house. Like, Alan returns home. There's, like, the really beautiful spiral staircase in this house. This is, like, the one thing that I always remember from this movie is this, like, the whole layout of this house is just locked in my mind, which is great.
Yeah, well, they do fun things with it. They do that classic, like, action movie thing of they show you every part of the house and, like, give you enough of a clue to it, so then when they start destroying it, you're like, you've got a real sense of where you are and what's going on.
That's so true. They get a lot of mileage out of this set. It's really cool. Yeah, I'm into it.
Yeah, we've talked about how much I love a scene where a house gets wrecked.
Yeah, that's what Jumanji's all about.
Heck yeah.
It's just like one long demo of a house.
Yeah.
Very cathartic for the old, like, all the home show watchers out there.
Yes.
You're into, like, those shows where they, like, completely destroy a house and then rebuild it. Jumanji is
in, like, one lunchtime. Yeah.
Just ignore all the jungly stuff. Yeah. It's perfect. Oh my goodness. Yeah. What happens? Then the parents reveal they're off to, like, the opera in full Batman style here. And Alan's, like, being shipped off to a boys' school. Is that what's happening? Yeah.
Some sort of lame military school thing. And he is, you know, fairly enough, not happy. He says he'll never talk to his dad again. Yeah.
Oh, don't mince words with your dad. Oh no. Not such a good plan. He is, like, the issue is that, like, it's a boys' school where the parishes have, like, founded it, part of it, like, his family has founded it, and he's already being bullied for being, like, a notable town family member. Like, the parish is apparently, like, big in this town. Like, there's a big statue of one of his ancestors in the town. And he's getting bullied by, like, people because he's, like, this popular, cool kid or whatever, supposedly. Or he's, like, he comes from money anyway. And so he's getting bullied. And so there's a hall in the school that bears his name. And so he's, like, really apprehensive about getting bullied even worse by showing up at the school. Yeah. Just some, like, nice, like, world-building stuff in there.
Yeah, that's true. Because you could have just seen, like, military school's always just been a good shortcut for, like, kids do not want to go there.
Yeah,
and it's nice that they built into it a little more.
Yeah, if this was a Goosebumps book, it would have just been a military school. There would have been no further context. And then, like, there's, like, a lot of agonizing by a kid going like, ooh, yuck, I don't want to go to military school. Pages and pages of that. Yes, anyway, so he's, like, all upset, starts packing his bag. The dad's really upset because they've had a big argument and they drive away, both unhappy. No good. But then young Sarah shows up at the house to return the bike. Alan's a bit apprehensive about this, of course, because it probably means he'll get bullied again in future. But, you know. But yeah, she gets suckered into playing this board game that's going to ruin her life.
Yeah, I don't understand what got them starting to play it. Like, I know, you know, there's dropped dice and stuff, but, like,
it's those drums, man.
Yeah, I guess so.
That we can't hear. Pink Floyd doing their best, but, like, yeah, it's the allure. Yeah. Jumanji has an allure to it to get you to start playing, and once you start, you can't stop. Is the idea. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like the whole, like, you grab the pieces and you're just looking at them and you try and put them back and they, like, fall out of your hand and lock into place on the board.
That's
great stuff. I'm super into this kind of, like, magic stuff. Yeah, it's really good.
Is Jumanji, like, sentient?
Yeah,
the game
totally.
Itself? Okay.
100%. It's malevolent spirit trapped in a board game, is my theory.
That's its only, like, motivation, is it has to be malevolent, because, like, unless it just really wants to be played.
Yeah.
and it thinks it's helping.
Like, this is fun for me, Jumanji, but not fun for anyone playing. Mate,
This is so great. I get to let Van Pelt out of me. He's so annoying when he's in my board game belly.
Yeah, I feel like Jumanji just needed better marketing, and then more people would play it as a cursed game.
Yeah.
But hey, that's great. I really want to know, maybe the sequels and stuff get into this, but like the origins of Jumanji, like did somebody make it? Like none of this is addressed, of course, because it's like, it would be bad to in the story. It makes it way more interesting and mysterious. But like, I would be interested to see if like the future movies address this in any way.
Yeah, I think like surely if they make a third one, the third ones are always when they like get into the mythology.
Yeah, some like evil jungle shaman crafted it as my headcanon or something. Yeah.
Did you ever watch the Jumanji animated show?
I did, like a couple episodes. It was one of those like Saturday morning cartoon things that were just on while I'm eating like some like scrambled eggs or whatever.
Yeah.
You know? Good times.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All I remember is I didn't like the art style and that they went into the jungle every time, which I also didn't like because I didn't get to see a house.
I think it was set in the jungle the whole time. Like, I'm pretty sure. Van Pelt was a recurring antagonist, I remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just kids like trapped, like 2 kids trapped in there or something, or 3. I don't even remember. But
I think it was supposed to be the 2 kids from the movie, and then also still Alan.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's all a huge guess. And again, a weaker podcast would have done the research, but not us.
Hey, we watch a film and listen to an album. We ain't diving into the TV series or extraneous sequels. That's not our job.
You know? We give you we can't sully the experience with further knowledge.
Exactly.
If I had my way, we'd be sitting in a fully white room eating partridge eggs.
Oh!
Soft-boiled.
Okay.
And then as soon as like it was time to watch the movie would start playing in our white room with the album playing.
Right.
And then it'll stop, and then we'll do our podcast, and then back to sitting in our white room eating our eggs.
Oh, God.
And we're just good and unsullied via knowledge.
This is very bleak.
I mean, it's bleak if you think, like, the original sin was eating the apple. No. It's not bleak if you think that.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure it's like pretty universally acknowledged that was the original sin, Gareth.
Exactly. So like, it's great because we're not eating any apples of knowledge.
I can refer to a fairly sacred text that says that.
Oh,
if I wanted to.
Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon liner notes.
I will not acknowledge such text on this podcast. Only the liner notes are my sacred volume.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Getting more.
Should we do an episode where we read the liner notes to Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon and see if that syncs up?
Okay.
I feel like it will because it's probably just the lyrics.
Do we just take the like 42 minutes or whatever it is to listen to the album and just have the time to just mull over those notes?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I buy a new album, I often I try to sit there and read the liner notes for a long time. But like a lot of people who are making vinyl these days, they spend all the money making the vinyl. They're not going to really put in too many liner notes.
Yeah, true. I don't think the Dark Side of the Moon one has like a whole bunch of stuff. It might do. Like I haven't.
From memory, no. My one's secondhand, so it might have originally had some.
Right. Yeah. I'd like my copies. Like I haven't looked at it in a long time. I always just use Spotify. But yeah. I do own Dark Side of the Moon on CD/DVD. So, yeah.
What's the DVD?
I've no idea. Never played it.
What? So there's an entire visual component.
I hope so.
That's come with this album, and you, the expert on visual components of this album, haven't looked at it.
Nah, never.
Fair enough. Again, that would be sullying us with knowledge.
Exactly. I only care about audio for this here podcast. Yeah. Audio matched to video. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. We did do that one planetarium thing, but that was a one-off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's probably... Yeah. At one point we're going to sink into Lovely Meal to Pink Floyd, but
Yeah, can't wait.
All down the line.
I'm so hungry. I've only got these eggs. Let's cut back to the movie. So they're playing the game. Sarah goes first, and rolls the dice and gets a cryptic message, which we find out later is about bats. The bats don't show up immediately like they do basically every other time with Jumanji, but it's for effect that they don't show up first, so hey. Yeah, then very scary, this sequence where Alan gets sucked into the board game. In the jungle, you must wait until the dice read 5 or 8. I do love that the every clue rhymes. That rules.
Yeah.
But yeah, the like very scary like warping effect of him like spiraling into the game is truly horrific. Because you see like his CGI hands, like he's like full real motion, but his hands that like are coming up ahead of him are completely fake. But very startling. Not a nice effect. And then he gets warped into the game, and then these African bats flood the house. And scare Sarah out of there. Very traumatic for both parties, it turns out.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah. And
it's great that the movie then does explain their trauma. Like,
it's so good. That's like maybe the best part about this whole movie, actually. The where these characters end up going is really cool.
It's very it doesn't sync with Kirsten Dunst's character. I feel like understands the rules of the movie so quickly.
Yeah, she is getting everyone on track immediately and just doesn't let up.
Yeah, she's like immediately, we have to finish the game. Like, the game did this.
I've done it too. I've done this before.
Yeah,
it's sweet. It's fine. She's just like well organized. Honestly, both the kids are like pretty onto it. But.
Yeah, these kids I thought were... I'm never, like, as a kid, I was never hugely into another kid in a film, kind of supposed to be my audience surrogate.
Yeah.
Except for this, and weirdly, Jodie Foster's Panic Room.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
When did you see Panic Room? Were you, like, attached to the kid?
Yeah.
How old were you?
Good point. I might have been a little too old. Like, also the fact I was watching Jodie Foster Panic Room was a bit, like...
Kind of wild.
Like, I can't have been too young to be been allowed to watch that.
Yeah. You'd be ushered off to the Panic Room if you're too young for that.
Oh, it was 2002, so I was probably 10 or 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's still really young for Panic Room. But hey, okay.
Yeah. My parents were otherwise, like, very good at keeping me safe from spooky things, except for Drew Carey.
Yeah. Toughen you up.
A Panic Room would not protect you from Jumanji.
Absolutely not. It would immediately fill with, like, evil cockroaches or something.
Yeah.
Some kind of horrific... I don't think cockroaches live in the jungle. That was a terrible example.
Neither do lions, though.
Yeah, true. Good point.
Yeah.
King of the jungle, quote unquote. That's the most hilarious thing about lions, is that they're quote unquote king of the jungle. Like, whoever came up with that, just read a book. What are you doing? God damn.
Yeah.
Deeply frustrating.
Don't read Jumanji. That can't be the book you read. You have to read one that explains correctly.
Just about lions. You know? Goodness me. So I do like this cut to introducing the Judy and Peter Shepherd here. Where they like... we go from the door that gets slammed shut by the bat attack. You know, of Sarah leaving, and it stays on there, like, cut to 26 years later, and it's the same shot of the door. I think that's really cool. Like, this, like, match cut. It's really good. I'm into it.
Same.
Yeah, they're wandering around the house very maudlin, because their parents have died. Judy, like, spins a little yarn about them, like, dying on a yacht with a sheik and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hilarious. But, she's just messing with them. They died in Canada on a skiing trip, apparently. It's the end of Great Gig. The album is still playing, and
oh yeah, don't forget.
Whoops. They're getting spooked in the house because there's still a bat up in the attic. And then there's like this exterminator guy who shows up very briefly. Out of the exterminators that we're seeing, do you rate this guy or Christopher Walken's character in Mouse Hunt higher?
Oh, I'll trust Christopher Walken's character to get the job done, but this guy seemed way more like relaxed. Like, he didn't see a bat, so he knew there was no bats, whereas Christopher Walken would have hunted for that bat.
It's true. He would have torn the house apart pre-Jumanji to like to track down this beast.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, he's not a nice guy, though, this exterminator. He, like, spooks the kids with, like, a story about Alan getting, like, chopped up and put in the walls. Which is, yeah, I feel like this was invented by Sarah's character, this thing. Like, this whole rumor. Because, to deal with her traumatic event.
Yeah. She convinced herself that she'd invented the idea of him just, like, being sucked into the board game.
I mean, fair.
And, yeah. Maybe she re-saw, like, she thought maybe seeing him dissolve was... She actually did see him get chopped up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty messed up.
Oh, so messed up.
Yeah. Anyway, Auntie Nora is who these kids are staying with, who I love. I'm a big fan of her.
Yeah, Auntie Nora's awesome.
Of her whole energy and vibe. She wears, like, a big, like, beret hat the whole film.
Yeah.
Like that. It's very 90s. It's great.
Oh, heck yeah.
But she's, like, fixing up the house all nice and stuff. But these damn kids, Gareth, they're doing her head in. She's, like, taking on, like, a lot of responsibility looking after these kids after the, parents die. But she,
heck yeah.
I feel like she also doesn't show up later. Like, once everything's resolved, I don't think she's even around. I hope she's at that, like, Christmas party at the end.
Yeah, maybe she was buried in the background. Hopefully she's dancing with Carl.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like.
Yeah. Yeah, Carl's playing, like, the guitar at the end. It's great. Oh, man.
Yeah.
What a guy. But anyway, yeah, she's, like, fixing this house up and stuff, but they're giving her trouble. Because they're still, like, feeling bad about the parents. Like, the little boy, Peter, hasn't spoken since. He only talks to his sister. He doesn't talk to anyone else.
Yeah.
Which is great. Important plot point, really. They, like, snuggle into bed together and, like, check in with each other on their, like, each other's well-being, which is very sweet, I thought. Like, good character moment there. But they are hearing the games thumping, which we aren't.
No, again, I didn't realise.
These kids just can't sleep, Gareth, for no apparent reason. Yeah, it's the heartbeats. I kind of wish that the heartbeats of the game matched up with the heartbeats in the album. That would be really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. There's enough of them.
Yeah, we don't get that treat, unfortunately. No delicious syncs for us the workers. My goodness. Yeah, so the like following morning, and they like are supposed to go off to school. Auntie Nora like leaves them, but they still have to. They hear the thumping and they want to get it. They want to figure out what's going on. So yeah, they run off to the attic and find the game buried under a bunch of other games, which is cool. Just put it with the other board games, you know.
This board game that was left out when our child went missing, just chuck it on the pile.
Completely irrelevant. There's like they set up a board game, it's made a couple moves, and then disappeared.
Yeah.
Also, the house is covered in bat shit, so, you know. They found the board game. And they start to play, they like drop their pieces on the board and they do the crazy magnet thing. The album says they're cruising for a bruising, and I agree.
Yeah.
Because that's not a good plan, boys and girls. Don't do it.
Oh no.
Oh no. The first thing that they get is the like really horrific giant mosquitoes that like come in. These are really scary. Also, they like do the most damage to the whole town, I think, other than the like stampede later. There's like by about like the third act of this film, there are like hundreds of people hospitalized by these mosquitoes.
Yeah. Because like there were several points in the film where I was like, oh, maybe they could just stop playing and just hope the monkeys kind of get resolved. But it's good that they have this. Also, there's this like terrible mosquito illness that we've got to like undo.
The stakes are super high. Like,
exactly.
Like, over the course of like 6 hours or whatever that the movie takes place, like it's hit 100 people. Like, it's crazy. So yeah,
it's like The Thing level infection.
Oh, totally. Yeah, these mosquitoes may be worse than The Thing. There you go.
Whoa.
Look at. The next thing that they get is monkeys slow the expedition, which I just love that wording. There's some like CGI monkey business going on in the kitchen. Like the monkeys are very, very fun. They're like obviously malicious and evil and like throw knives at people, but they're just having a good time. I get like Gremlins energy from these monkeys a lot of the film. They're just like in for themselves, having a whale of a time. But
yeah.
Yeah.
And I love that they don't quite look realistic.
No.
Like, maybe they knew the CGI wasn't going to be quite where they wanted, so they just kind of like leaned into it, and they're quite stylized.
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure they were. Yeah, they were like they made them pretty stylized, but there's like when they try and do a mixture of puppets and also CGI later, I feel like that works not quite as well. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
But anyway, because then they've got to like lean into them being more realistic, so it's kind of tough. Yeah. Speaking of the next thing, they roll a 5 on the board, which is how they free Ellen from the game 26 years later. But also they get a CG / animatronic lion here showing up. Again, we've stated not a jungle animal, but hey.
I love this lion's face, though. Again, it's stylized to this really like nice degree.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Like it's not bad CGI for the time. The animatronic's a little bit like slow moving, but you know, what are you gonna do? It's an older movie.
Yeah.
I am thinking about it. Like some of the animals that show up here are definitely from the jungle, but a lot of them aren't as well. Like there's a lot of the stampede animals are just straight from the savannah. You know, like So I don't know. Maybe it's just both.
Although, actually, what actually animal is from the jungle? Maybe it is just Africa.
Just all African animals. Maybe.
Yeah.
There's like crocodiles from the swamp. I think the mosquitoes and monkeys.
Yeah. Monkeys are both, though. Monkeys live in Africa.
Yeah.
And so do crocodiles.
All right.
Or, yeah, gators don't. I don't know.
Man, I like the theory of that, like, Jumanji is, like, an existing place in Africa that all these animals are just coming from. There's, like, a portal.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, older Alan thought he was trapped in Jumanji in the board game, but he's just over in Africa. It's, like, a different part of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I think, because Van Pelt has old money, so maybe it's,
true.
like, he's in the past as well.
Yeah.
Or maybe Van Pelt just doesn't give a damn about the economy and is just still using old money.
That's just his vibe. He's old money. You can't mess with Van Pelt. Man. Anyway.
I like this line. This line I remembered so strongly from childhood, but he doesn't do too much.
Nah, not really. He sort of just has a nap for the rest of the movie. Alan tricks him into, like, falling into a bed in Aunt Nora's room, and then it's the Alan show for a little while with Robin Williams, our friend, running around the house, like, yelling out for his parents. This is very sad, really, in context.
Oh, yes.
This whole sequence is rough. He like runs outside and runs into Carl miraculously, who has had the police called because there's like all kinds of ruckus going on at this house.
Yeah,
there's like the neighbors have heard some monkey business going on, and so they've called the cops. And we get the famous line, "What year is it?" Here, which is like in all the memes. It's 1995, mate. There you go. Every time anyone uses that meme, just say 1995.
I'm sure that would get me banned from many social media.
I've solved another meme. Meme crimes closed.
We should point out we're also on the site. Our other side hustle, other than fixing all subtitles, is we're Meme Police.
Yeah, Meme Police. That's a new spin-off show. Show within the show, Meme Police, where James and Gareth solve various crimes out there, try and uncover the truth behind memes.
In the Meme Justice Service, there are two separate and opposing forces.
Those that are in it for the lols, and those that are in it for the ruffles.
These are their stories.
Dunk, dunk, dunk.
Dunk, dunk.
So good. Okay.
Yes.
Let's continue on. It's kind of crazy that Carl, like, his story is that he like got fired from the shoe factory and then became a like fairly successful cop in this like fairly rundown city. He did okay. He has a terrible time in the rest of this movie. It's like it sucks for Carl. Like everything goes wrong for him. Here's maybe the worst day of anyone's life, apart from getting sucked into a board game. But you know.
Yeah, Pink Floyd sing about it being a busy day, and I think this might be our busiest day we've covered so far.
It's a very busy day. I would agree with that. Yeah, that's thematic enough for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Alan's like running all over town. He like runs to the shoe factory, which has all been closed down, and it's all run down. In fact, the whole town's in sort of disarray in comparison to the 1969 version.
Yeah, that shoe store was keeping everything afloat.
I guess so. Like, it's a small town, so like it's having a big factory in it, getting the workers employed. Probably good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, after that shut down, the whole town went to shit. Apparently. There's a very kindly homeless man who's like set up shop in the factory. This is just where he lives. I love that he's got the fire roaring up here in the office. This guy's like...
Is that his dad?
No. Can't be. It's like, it's set up really well. Like, this dude, it's not the same actor, so I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Actors.
Yeah. But yeah, he spins the yarn of what happened to like his dad after he disappeared. Like his dad put like everything into finding Alan. It's really touching. Like very dark. Like he gave up like everything. He put all his resources into finding him, like showing how much he loved him and stuff. It's great. And then he like goes down and like visits his parents' graves. Oh, it's bleak. Like what a day.
Yeah. At least there's the bleak tunes of Pink Floyd to help him through it.
Yeah. Definitely a busy day here.
Yeah, but even they're not really, like, bringing any syncs for this whole thing.
Unfortunately not.
Yeah.
But yeah, the kids have just been chasing Alan all over the place.
Yeah.
Like, inexplicably trying to get him to, like, help them, I guess. Because he came out of a board game. And... They're like,
therefore,
yeah, they like say, "Oh, we don't have parents as well. All our parents are dead. That's our club."
Oh,
yeah, not so nice. But anyway,
yeah.
And then we see the mosquitoes like poisoning different town members. Like there's like we see the mosquitoes in action. These are terrifying. This whole sequence with it like puncturing the top of the soft top car. Oh my god, this is...
And then getting through the window as well.
Yeah, horrific.
Yeah.
If you weren't scared of bugs before this movie, you might be afterwards. Like, oof.
Oh heck yeah, they get the scariest run, I think.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
They put in the strongest case to be a child's new fear.
Yeah, there you go. I not my childhood fear based on this movie, but we'll get there.
Okay.
So they escape back to the house here over Eclipse. So we're like at the end of the movie, part 1 here, with Alan on the team. He wants like nothing to do with the game, but they like trick him by like goading him into it.
Yeah.
By like saying, "You're afraid," which is like kind of interesting character wise, and that like his dad like wanted him to stick up for himself and like defend himself against the bullies, and he's really taken that to heart.
Yeah.
And like 26 years in the jungle.
Yeah. And when they say afraid, like, well, he says like afraid, and Pink Floyd scream, which is kind of close.
Like it.
And he says it's just beginning, just like the album.
Whoa! We're love and breathe when this is happening, so that's good.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. But yes, Alan recognizes that the game cannot continue because he is. It's still the same game he was playing back in '69, and they have to go and find Sarah to join them.
Yeah.
I do love the the development that she's become like a Mystic Meg type, like fortune teller, which is hilarious.
And I love that her sign as Madame Serena has a bit of Comic Sans for her hours.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lovely. It's just for a bit of fun, you know?
Yeah.
It's not all serious.
Mystic font. Bit of fun. Bit of fun for the admin.
Don't take me too seriously. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yes. They, like, get her to, like, Alan reveals who he is and she faints. And then they, like, drag her off to the house to join them. And she thinks she's having, like, a mental episode because Alan has reappeared in her life. And she's been spending, like, 26 years in therapy to, like, get over this horrific event from her childhood.
Yeah.
Amazing. Great character stuff here. I feel like she spends most of this movie in some kind of like daze, like not really understanding what's happening.
Yeah, I think it helps, like, it's, like we were saying earlier, it kind of helps her jump that plot hurdle of, like, you would not get on board and just start playing.
Hell no. Like, she sees the board game, like, they get it out in front of her, and she's like, no, 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 no. Like, immediately gets up and runs away, which is amazing. But yeah, they convince her to join, so there you go. Old Robin Williams delivers the line, or she's talking about that she convinced herself that he got cut up in little pieces and hid in the walls. And Robin says, my father could barely hug me, let alone cut me up into little pieces.
Yeah,
which is
brutal.
Rough.
Yeah.
My goodness. Great dialogue.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so the next, they get her to drop the dice through some trickery on Ellen's part. Great stuff. And then, yeah, there's like Audrey 2S vines.
I wrote Audrey 2 as well.
Nice.
Love Audrey 2.
Yeah. Shout outs to Little Shop of Horrors. Giant plant monster. Really great.
I think the vines could have synced with the clocks. They were so close, but it doesn't quite happen.
Not quite. They're like big CGI vines, but also, big plant puppet vines, which is great. Yeah. Trying to eat Peter. Gets his like little foot snared by a plant.
Yeah.
I do like the descriptions of all the different, like, Alan's, like, trying to warn them about, like, all the different plants and stuff. Like, the yellow ones emit a gas and stuff, and there's, like, a purple one that shoots you. And, like, it's just, like, pretty cool that this is set up here, like, while they're just... Yeah, it's good stuff. And, Alan, like, grabs a sword and saves them.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Nice ceremonial sword.
Does yell out harvest time as a one-liner.
Heck yeah.
Which I don't know. Like, is that good?
No, but like if you had to chop up a plant and you thought of that in the moment, you'd be stoked.
I guess. He's been trapped in a jungle realm for 26 years, so I can forgive him like for not really being up with play on like references and stuff, but
yeah.
I don't know about that one, mate. A little bit 1969 for me.
Yeah. What if it'd been like vines up, like time's up, but vines?
Yeah, better-ish.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Yes. Poor old, my next note is just like, poor old Carl is like chasing up on the havoc that's like happening all over town. We're hearing over the radio that people are getting hospitalized by these bugs.
Yeah.
And he says he should have become a fireman, which is a good one-liner.
Yes. He knows.
Yeah.
But he's also had feedback on his one-liners for the last 26 years.
True. He has the context. It's really important to have an audience. For your comedy. That's the lesson of Jumanji.
Yeah.
Anyway, they get back to playing the board game. Alan, like, slams his sword into the ground to get Sarah to stay.
Yeah.
Which is just, I think, a good Robin Williams ad-lib, potentially. I like it. I don't know if that was in the script or not, but I'm into it.
No, he wasn't really allowed to ad-lib in this film. They were like, they wanted him, but they were like, oh, but he's just going to ad-lib. Let's try to get Bruce Willis.
Oh, whoa.
Which is the only time you've ever been like, oh, Bruce Willis or Robin Williams.
That's wild. Oh my god, that would be such an interesting read on this movie. Like, he would have done the somber thing so much better, though. Like, he would have matched young Alan way more.
Yeah, exactly. That kind of like... dead-eyed.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say Bruce Willis is a wooden actor. He's not. I'm just saying that he's more like stoic than Robin Williams, which I don't think anyone's on the opposite side of. So, yeah. Oh man.
Gosh, imagine if they'd swapped and it'd been like, Bruce Willis as the genie.
Wow, that would be
Robin
great.
Williams and Die Hard.
Like complete opposite career paths. That would have been incredible. Man, Die Hard would have been way funnier. Holy moly.
Looper, though. I think...
Looper would have been interesting, actually.
Yeah.
No.
And Looper, because he looks way more like Joseph Gordon-Levitt than Bruce Willis does. So there's that.
Yeah. I don't know if JGL would be that good of a fit, though.
No, true.
Yeah. Like, as hard as it was of matching those two people, like, with CGI effects around their faces and stuff, like, oh, man. Who would you cast as young Robin Williams other than young Alan?
Oh. And, like, is the idea like Looper.
Yes.
It's being made in 2012.
Yeah, sure. Same time.
Oh, like maybe. I went for the energy, and I was going to say Charlie Day.
That's good.
Yeah.
I really like that. I think that works.
Yeah.
Like in the Looper context, yeah. I could really see that.
Maybe like John Mulaney?
Yeah. I feel like, I don't know. He's so like straight-laced. Like, I feel like Charlie Day's a really good pick, and that they both have the same kind of like manic energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man.
What about Schmidt from New Girl, Max Greenfield?
He'd be good too, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked again. Oh my gosh. What happens now? Oh, they make like a pact to finish the game so that everything can get back to normal, which is very important. They all put their hands in the middle. And then, yes, we get Van Pelt's first appearance in the film.
Oh, yes.
Played by...
Same actor as the dad?
Yes.
Oh, I stood on... You were going to give that sweet trivia, I'm sorry.
No, that's sweet. No, it's fine. It's, great stuff. This is, maybe, this is a really good thing about Jumanji, that they do this. Because it's, like, a guy trying to, like, stop Alan from living his life. So this is, like, representative of him, of the dad sending him off to boarding school. But, like, to the nth degree.
For sure.
Yeah, it's like the evil version of his dad, which is really cool. Whoever came up with this behind Jumanji is a bloody genius.
Yeah.
So good.
Apparently they were just inspired by, play versions of Peter Pan.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was always the dad would also play Hook.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Man.
But, I don't know, I feel like this is its own thing. I think whoever said that was just, like, taking a mad guess.
Yeah. Maybe. It's sweet either way. It's really, really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's like hunting down Alan with like a musket.
Yeah.
With like a hilarious like crosshair on the top of it, which is great. Like full hunting African explorer fatigues. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pith helmet and all. It's really good.
Big old moustache.
Yeah.
He says Sonny Jim. He's just so good.
He's a delight. Honestly,
yeah.
Must have been really, really fun for the actor. Honestly.
Oh, heck yeah.
Hell yeah. I just would want to play roles like Van Pelt every day of my life. Oh my god.
You could just start living your life a little more Van Pelt.
Oh, I don't know if I'd make many friends that way, Gareth.
That's true. I have to go hunt people. But afterwards we can hang out. Yeah.
Okay. See you next week. Yeah, no, that ain't gonna happen. Yes. What? So yeah, Alan like runs away down the street, and like poor Carl is just inexplicably here, returning to the house to arrest Alan. But he gets his car like shot full of lead by Van Pelt.
Yeah, he gets Van Pelted.
Yeah, he does, by bullets.
Yeah,
he just escapes into the Van Pelt like disappears. It's just his poor cop car just gets ruined.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. Doing he just like the best joke of this movie is that like Carl just continues to drive this cop car around.
Yeah,
it's really good. When he's like filling it up in the like hardware store later, it's the best.
Yeah, it like reveals it's a close up on some brake fluid going in, and then it pans out to this wrecked car.
Yeah, it's great. He like slams the bonnet down and it falls off.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Yes. Anyway, the adults start arguing amongst themselves. Alan returns like through a window after evading Van Pelt for now.
Yeah.
And they start arguing about like the trauma that they've experienced, and the other two kids, Judy and Peter, just like let's just keep playing the game in the background. And the next clue is, don't be fooled, it isn't thunder. Staying still would be a blunder. Which is not clear as to what's going to happen.
No, yeah, you're getting nothing from that clue. Like, if that was in a scavenger hunt, you'd be stuck for days.
Yeah, that's awful. This game wants them dead, I think, Gareth, because it's not a good enough clue to warn them that a bloody stampede is coming through the wall. Straight through the bookshelf. Great scene here. Also, the stampede consisting of like diverse animals. We've got rhinos, elephants, zebras, all together, and also pelicans. Williams.
Those pelicans. Oh, those pelicans are like when your friend's done something cool and you're trying to like get in on it too. Like, I suggested I gave someone else's phone number so this could happen.
Yeah.
That's that pelican.
Yeah. I'm just showing up. I'm here for the plot, guys. What's up?
Yeah. What's up?
Yeah. Pelican shows up and like steals the game and its bloody beak.
Yeah.
Flies away.
Stampede. The stampede is 28 seconds late. No, late, and it could have come in exactly when the Great Gig vocal would have started.
Would have been ideal. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Nothing like seeing a stampede over Great Gig in the Sky. Mate, that's all I want to do.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So they follow this old pelican to the river.
Yes. There is very briefly a scene of Van Pelt buying new guns, which is really funny, but like not important.
Very funny, very dark, very good satire.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he just gets the biggest gun in exchange for his ancient coins.
You know, America.
Yeah.
Let's move on to this pelican at the river. The game like gets dropped by this like puppet pelican here. I do love it like snapping at Robin Williams. Very fun stuff. I would love to operate a puppet pelican. If there's one thing about me, that's all you need to know.
I've always thought that about you.
Yeah, I'm putting that on my Tinder bio. Anyway, the game like drops into the river and starts drifting away right at the end of Great Gig, and Peter just rushes on ahead, acting on instinct, runs down to the like riverbank, runs to a tree and like hangs upside down to grab the game in a very good maneuver. My goodness!
Oh heck yeah!
Incredible.
Some Cirque du Soleil business, and he catches it exactly when money goes cha-ching.
Yeah, we like dive straight into the money riff. Like after that, which is sweet. Like I'm proud of the boy. My gosh.
Heck yeah. Yeah. That move was money.
It was cash money.
He didn't know how money that was.
This is a phrase not around in 1995.
No. Which is weird because he's jumping around like a real swinger.
Yeah. There you go.
I think that's what that quote's from. Okay. Anyway.
Sweet. So we cut back to old Van Pelt, who's like tracking Alan down through the destroyed house very briefly, and then they've evaded the pelican and recaptured the game, so they're moving on. But Carl finds them again, just like who's also tracking them, I guess, to try and arrest Alan. And like Van Pelt's like sniping him from the tree line.
Yeah.
Wild. And then he gets like arrested. So they can't continue the game eventually without him. Luckily, it's not his move, but... Yeah. So in order to try and finish the game, Peter now cheats. He tries to, like, drop the dice so that they land on 12 so that he can win. But the game is aware of this and punishes him thus. Turns him into a little monkey man. Now, we need to talk about the monkey makeup real quick.
Yes.
This terrified me as a child.
Same.
Okay, more so than anything else. Like, a lot of traumatic stuff happens in this movie, but turning into, like, a little monkey boy like Peter here is awful. There's a scene later on when he's, like, crying monkey tears.
Yeah.
That's very traumatic. I really felt for the boy.
And he gets none of the, like, benefits.
No.
Like, he doesn't do any sweet acrobatics any more than he already does.
True, yeah. He's already proven himself better than a monkey with his daring maneuver earlier.
Yeah.
But, this was very traumatic for me. This turning into a monkey when I was watching this very young.
I remember kids at school the next day after it played, like, weirdly on a weekday instead of, like, a Saturday night on TV. Like, a bunch of kids talking about this monkey scene.
Yeah, it's rough. It only gets worse. I've got to mention here, there's like a little like comedy aside where the monkeys are watching Wizard of Oz through a electronic store window. A little bit of a Dark Side of the Rainbow reference for us.
Yeah.
Watching a movie within a movie. Almost like
they're trying to get that dark side happening.
Absolutely, yeah. They've got a little synced experience of their own going on.
Yeah.
You know? They're like in the movie Jumanji, but let's cut a little bit to Wizard of Oz. They know that.
And obviously they weren't happy with the syncs they got because they just go and wreck the place.
Absolutely. They're like, this ain't working. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try Moon or Ratatouille. Those would work.
Little did they know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's great. But yeah, I do like them jumping up and down like the flying monkeys in The Wizard of Oz. Very fun.
Yeah.
Good little bit. What happens now? We've
got some like town chaos, like stampeding, looting, and stuff. It all kind of works well to the like chaotic solos and money, which made me quite happy.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
We got the like monkeys on motorbikes and stuff.
Yeah.
And stampedes rolling through town. Goodness me.
Our heroes get a lovely lift from someone on the side of the road and end up at Sir Save-A-Lot, which is a store that has everything in it.
Yeah. Great store.
Yeah. And it's another, like, awesome scene where everything gets wrecked.
Yeah, true. A big Home Alone energy for this bit. This whole sequence, actually. It's like just like a tour de force of other 90s films. Honestly. Wizard of Oz accepted, because that's a 1940s film, but, you know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fun stuff that happens here. Like, there's a rocket-propelled kayak sequence that our monkey Peter rigs up. There's a bit where, what's her name? Judy scans Van Pelt's eyes with a scan gun, and it comes up no sale on the little cash register. Amazing.
And it blinds them, and she yells, price check, which, very brave, because I did not think that would have worked in real life.
No, absolutely not. It's very cartoony. Great stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. So, yeah, big fight scene kind of thing playing out, where they're, like, Van Pelt stops them by, like, a bunch of tires rolling down. Shooting the tires free here in this hardware store. It's great.
Yeah, you think he's missed, but he's actually trapping them with tires.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Alan and Carl Alan's revealed himself to Carl, and like he was gonna let him go, but then Alan like handcuffs his arm to the door of his car before hearing on the radio about the stuff going on at the Sir Save-A-Lot, and then awkwardly sits in his lap and drives the cop car.
Yeah.
This is a bizarre sequence, but
it's very funny.
Yeah. Anyway, they show up and crash the car into the side of the convenience store, like toppling paint cans on top of Van Pelt, stopping them, letting them escape. Yeah, we got this is where we get the monkey tears from Monkey Peter.
Yeah.
And it's because his tail is trapped in his jeans.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought he was just crying about being a monkey when I was a little kid, and I was like, man, same. That's a bad time. I would not want to be a monkey. Oh.
And this is also Alan, makes a conscious choice to not be like his father, and shows some compassion.
Great scene, honestly.
Yeah.
He starts off yelling at him to man up and stuff, and he catches himself. He's like, no, that's awful. I'm going to give you a hug.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like,
it's some perfect kids movie character development, because it's all that. But it's also because the monkey boy is sad because his monkey tail hurts.
Yeah. Perfect. Ideal.
Yeah.
Script writers take note.
Yeah.
Alright? We also get a really sweet scene with Auntie Nora, who's coming home after work and stops at the traffic lights for the stampede to go by.
Yeah. Really
great stuff. And then a monkey sneaks into the back of the car, causing it to crash, freaking her out.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And the off-screen freak out has some Pink Floyd Oz as well, which is always good.
Yeah, into it.
Yeah.
The subtitles are also saying "ah" for us.
Oh, yes.
So that's all good.
Right.
Yeah, we get a poor old Carl with his car, soaring through his own handcuffs to escape, and then filling his car up in this it's completely destroyed. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we see him pick up Auntie Nora on the side of the road, or he's about to, but then the vines of the jungle plants that are slowly claiming the neighborhood grab his car and bend it in half and take it into the woods. So good.
That car put in a good fight.
Oh my god, yeah. It just yells out fine, take it.
Yeah.
Just finally giving up on this car. I feel like he would still, like, really miss his car after this. Oh my gosh.
And they're like, I guess we'll get to it, but do you reckon they cancel it all out, or it's a different dimension where all the Jumanji stuff has happened?
No. It's like, it ceases to be. Like, this is all, like, it's all, like, fugue state. Like, it's just, like, it completely, that timeline is no longer on the spectrum. It never happened. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So there's no future where he goes into the woods and finds his car.
It's interesting,
and just, like,
though,
gives it a hug.
Because the kid versions of Alan and Sarah briefly remember at the end of the movie all the events of the film. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they remember forever because they meet the kids way later.
Oh, true. Yeah. But yeah, Peter and Judy don't remember anything, which is interesting. Like, I get caught in the weeds about a lot of this stuff, like cursed object mechanics.
Much like would happen if you were stuck in Jumanji.
Yep. There you go. It's how it is.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Yeah, so the house has been, like, reclaimed by these plants. It's like, this is another thing that I remember from this movie, like, vividly. That the shot of the whole landing of the house just, like, overgrown with plants and mist and stuff.
Yeah.
Really good. And then they, like, start a monsoon inside with the next dice roll.
Yeah. Well, they all get hit with water at the very beginning of Brain Damage.
Yeah, nice. I also caught that really good. Lining up perfect there. Like the rushing water down the stairs.
We meet a gator, and it's like the lunatic is in the hole, which is the gator is swimming through the hole.
It sure is. There's a couple of gators here, these bloody lunatics, trying to catch these kids.
What are these bloody
about?
Lunatics.
They're floating on a table and going onto, like, the chandelier to escape them. This is also very traumatic, this whole sequence. Being attacked by crocodiles in one's own home. Alan, like, full-on goes Crocodile Dundee and wrestles a crocodile to defend Sarah. Amazing. And then, Carl and Nora, like, roll up to the house being like, let us in. And they're like, Carl gets really excited about kicking the door down, but, like, he kicks it, and then all the water just flows out into the street. And we get a really fun shot of them, like, riding the doors that got blown off their hinges by the water, and the crocodile just swimming down the road between them, and then both screaming. Amazing. Another great visual gag.
Yeah, very Mouse Hunt as well.
Absolutely. Full on, like, very, slapstick kind of humor here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've written in my notes that Alan and Sarah are falling in love with each other somehow despite these traumatic events.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, like, again, true kids movie fashion, there has to be some, like, overplayed romance, but hey. It's not...
Oh, heck yeah. Well, true any movie, really.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
He
evades her kiss by pointing out that the crocodiles were...
crocodiles.
No, the alligators were crocodiles,
yes.
So... we apologise for our own error.
Get your reptile facts straight. Goodness.
Yeah.
If you're going to be with this jungle man, you got to identify crocodiles.
That's why we were calling them alligators earlier, is because we don't want to be with this jungle man.
Yeah.
We're stepping graciously aside.
Yes.
So Sarah can be with him.
There you go.
Yeah.
Such a gentleman on this podcast.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my goodness. We dive into Eclipse now, end of playthrough 2, as Alan, he tells this awful clue joke, okay? Like, they go up to the attic. This joke, I hate it. I hate this joke.
Is it some Robin Williams ad-lib and they let him do it, and then he
so.
probably felt how bad it went and it stopped him ad-libbing the rest of the movie?
I feel like that's accurate. Like, it's just so out of place and, like, not in the right tone for the whole thing. They've just, like, had the house pretty destroyed, and then he's like, now's the time to make a joke about Clue.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's no good.
Yeah, maybe it's also he, like, has lived in the jungle for so long. It's supposed to show, like, he hasn't seen another human being other than Van Pelt.
Out of touch. Van Pelt doesn't appreciate these Clue jokes.
Yeah.
He's never played Clue. He's from, like, the 1800s or whatever.
Yeah. So it might be, like, So I had a stretch of my life when I felt like the people I was hanging out with found me like aggressively unfunny, and it kind of warped the way I told jokes, like social jokes. So I was always going like hamming it up and trying to be like, oh, it's so bad, it's good. So maybe like when he's telling these jokes to Van Pelt hates them, and it gives him the feedback, the attention we all crave.
Oh,
yeah,
that's very sad.
So like he thinks a joke has to be bad.
Maybe, yeah.
And hence a bit of clue.
Oh, I hope that when he gets to live his life over, that he learns that it's fine to make these silly jokes. It's all good.
Yeah, own your jokes,
Yeah, I agree.
Even if they're bad.
Yeah.
You don't have to make a bad joke on purpose.
Yes,
Make a good joke and then let it be bad.
Yeah. Yet another really good lesson from Jumanji. There you go.
Yeah.
Take it to
I
heart.
think we can take credit for that lesson.
All right. Sweet. Suck it, Jumanji. That one's on us.
Yeah. Pink Floyd.
What? Represent podcast. Yeah. Next there's the floor turning into quicksand. This is another really horrific sequence.
Oh, heck yeah.
Like, it's fine in that, like, if Alan thought about it for a moment, like, he comes through the other side of the ground on the opposite side of the wall or roof, I guess, in the ceiling,
But it's still like a fall, I guess. Yeah.
It's fine in that, like, he would just fall to the ground. Yeah, it's still a decent fall, but, like, out of the various Jumanji pranks that get pulled, I feel like this is one of the, like, less threatening ones. But, quite scary, getting sucked up into solid wood.
Yeah, yeah. It's worse when it stops and he's just trapped.
Well, they roll on the dice that you undo the last turn.
Yeah.
So, like, it, like, undoes the magic of the last thing. So it's interesting to note that the game can do that. So, yeah. Then we get these really bad... spider puppets next. They're very, like, rubbery and not that good looking.
No.
They're sort of blobbing around. Like, they are supposed to be threatening, but they just super aren't.
Yeah. Yeah, they look like they're made of, like, gummy candy.
Yeah. It's no good.
Yeah.
It's so scary to Robin Williams, though, to Alan, that he's like, go get the axe from the woodshed.
Yeah.
To Monkey Peter, who, like, runs down there. I do really love that he grabs the axe and starts trying to break into the woodshed to get the axe that he has. Good bit.
Yeah.
Really, really smart.
That is, yeah, I love that.
And, like, he does a little side-eye to camera. It's so funny.
That is a classic joke. That is a CJ.
Yeah. Into it. Put it on the CJ chart. We got Judy gets shot by a plant, like a purple plant that was set up earlier, and so she's like gonna die, or like at least be paralyzed. So the stakes are getting really high. Both Sarah and Alan are like submerged in the floor and therefore can't play properly. And so they like put the dice in Sarah's mouth so that she can roll them. This is all very horrific stuff.
Oh, heck yeah. Very much so.
Like it's building to this climax of the of what happens next. We've got the whole house gets split in half by like a chasm opening up underneath it. Great visual, yeah. We from outside we see like the path split and like all the way up to the house gets like split perfectly in half. It's amazing.
Yeah, right on where they were stuck as well, which was pretty handy.
Yeah, so good. Yeah, Alan falls on the way down with the game falls almost into the abyss. Like, oh my gosh. He swings on a vine, well practiced from the jungle to go and fetch the game, avoiding the lion.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun picking out when it would be a not a subtitle, when it would be a stuntman and when it would be actual Robin Williams.
Yeah.
And he does some swinging.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's money, baby.
I'd be into that. That is money. Not playing, but you know.
No, that's on the run, baby.
Yeah, that's on the run. He's on the run.
It's not even that. It's
to get that game.
Breathe, baby.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, he gets cornered by Van Pelt.
Yeah.
He puts his hands up. Van Pelt says start running, and On the Run starts. Hey, Pink Floyd were listening.
Nice.
He drops the dice. It falls, it takes forever, it goes down some stairs.
All the way down the stairs, yeah.
Yeah. But luckily, hits a high enough number, his piece reaches the little orb, And any last words?
Jumanji.
Jumanji.
Just Jumanji, man. That's the game.
That's all you need.
Whoa, what was that?
Jumanji.
Oh, man.
That was a drink bottle falling over.
Oh, no.
Again, I think I've talked about this every other time it's happened. My little room I record in doesn't have a light, and it's gone after dark.
Oh,
so I'm just sitting in the dark, kicking over drink bottles.
Oh, just in the abyss recording a podcast.
Yeah.
Man.
Squinting at my notes.
Oh, no.
It's all good.
Let's do
it for the love of some good Jumanji.
Yeah, so they get everything gets sucked into the game and the like whirlpool vortex again. Really great stuff.
Yes, a beautiful sync to On the Run with this happening.
Really good. Like the sound effects that play in On the Run usually don't match up with very much, but man, this worked for me. Like the vortex of animals and Van Pelt just like screaming. If there wasn't a video for On the Run, it should just be this.
Yeah.
We see his little head get caught in the middle of the globe thing, like he's trapped in the plug hole or whatever before getting sucked in. Really, another quite spooky visual. But yeah. There you go. And then it's like Alan and Sarah are immediately reverted back to their former selves, like their young selves. They're hugging in the living room. It's crazy. Like when I first watched this, I totally did not expect this to happen. Like I thought that them going back to the young versions of themselves is wild. Like, I thought for sure it would just be them, like, as adults, remember everything that happens, but the house is all fine. But no. Yeah. It's like transported
and they,
back in time.
The kids. Yeah.
But no, the movie's, like, even smarter than that. It's great.
Good on you, yeah.
Yeah, so, they, like, the dad returns, like, because he forgot something, still in a huff. And, like, they both apologize to each other in a very touching scene. Saying that, like, we'll have a talk about sending you to boarding school. Like, I don't have to, I was hasty. It's like, have a talk man to man. And he's like, nah, how about father and son?
Yeah.
Great stuff. And then, also Alan owns up for putting Carl's shoe on the conveyor belt. And, like, doesn't get in trouble for that. Like,
what a bro.
Good learnings,
Yeah.
And then, they, like, throw the game into the river, tie it to some bricks. And, like... and then it's like cut to the future. They have a wee kiss. And
26 years later.
26 years later.
Yeah.
They're having a wee party. Robin Williams is dressed as Santa Claus.
Yeah. If anyone was real life Santa Claus, it's old Robin Williams.
Oh, absolutely. He's got the same kind of energy that I would want Santa to have, I think.
Yeah.
I want Santa to be, like, somewhat manic.
Yeah. You want to know Santa knows a few really dirty jokes. You don't want to hear them, but you want to know that.
Yeah, right. Of course. And also Sarah's pregnant with a kid, which would be cool. They have kids of their own. So, nice. But then there's
they change history by making sure that Judy and Peter's parents do not go scared.
Yeah, very predestination paradox issues here, but I love it. Like, make sure that the parents don't die. Probably good stuff. Probably a good call. Yeah. Likely no time ramifications from that, but who's to say?
No, well, like you said, it's kind of like a weird fugue state kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like, final shot of the movie is some other kids. We don't know who they are, but they're walking along the beach, and we see the game is buried in the sand. Yes. Presumably heartbeats are playing, but we can't hear them. Sinister beats. Never mind. We go into like Times vocals over the credits, and that's it, baby.
That's it, baby.
Yeah. What did you think? How did it sink, Gareth?
What did I think, and how did it sink?
Yeah.
There was some beautiful, like, that On the Run dissolve, the, like, some little bits, like, but it didn't feel like any of the big moments synced with any of the big moments.
No.
Like, we had to just invent our own.
It was pretty low effort syncs. There was that, like, the one good one was the On the Run one at the end, I think, with the game.
Yes, for sure.
Like, everything, all the animals flying in the big vortex. But other than that,
Yeah.
Also, that's, like, very indicative of the Wizard of Oz vortex kind of thing. So, like, maybe that's the match. Like, any film with a vortex, like, as close as it got to Wizard of Oz is the better sync outcome. I don't know. That's just a theory.
Ooh.
Not very well crafted words, but, it's the end of the podcast.
We've given you all our best crafted words. Yeah. Well, because I remember when we watched Labyrinth being like, okay, this is sort of a plot, very similar plot to Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, true.
Is this going to be leaning in? But yeah, as we haven't watched the infamous Wizard of Oz sync yet, we can't really speak to that.
Unconfirmed, but interesting theory nonetheless. Yes. What are you thinking rating-wise, Gareth?
I'm thinking a strong 4.
All right.
Or a strong 3, which I'm aware cancels out the strong 4.
All right. Can we have both? That's really funny.
Yeah.
Strong 4 and 3 for Jumanji. There we go.
This graph is losing it.
Yeah. What was it? We had like 4-ish last week or something.
Yeah.
That's great. But both of these are strong. Both of these outcomes.
Yes.
There's going to be 2 points on the graph inexplicably. That rules. Okay. What are we doing next week, Gareth?
Well, okay. So next week is going to be... I don't know if you look at the calendar, but it's actually going to be our last episode released before a very special day.
Oh.
I'm talking November 1st, All Saints Day.
Oh.
So, of course, we should watch a really good, Christian movie with a good... Oh, sorry. Oh, wait, what?
What?
Oh my gosh.
What?
No. In my dark recording studio, blood is just dripping down from the walls.
Oh no. God.
It's spelling out letters. D. R. E. W. Space. C. R. Oh, C. A. R. R. E. Y. Show.
No.
Season 3, Episode 2.
What?
Drew Carey Show Season 3, Episode 2. Why, that's the aforementioned show that gave me nightmares that we talked about back in Episode 7.
Oh my gosh. This is some specific and very scary blood.
Yeah.
Wow. I think we have to follow its instructions lest we be cursed forever, Gareth.
Yeah. And you know us and our curses.
Yeah. One's enough.
One's enough. Curses. One's enough.
Yeah, that's the slogan.
So I guess, next week for a Halloween special, we have to watch Season 3, Episode 2 of The Drew Carey Show, Drew and the Singles Union.
Okay, sweet, lock it in.
Oh.
I have no problem with this.
Okay.
Alright, until then, I guess.
Yeah, until then,
Halloween.
Oh gosh, I've been Gareth Blackler. If you like me, for some reason, come to the Auckland Improv Marathon happening. Golly, I should have got the dates ready. But I'm playing it's across the weekend, Labour weekend. I'm playing the last show on the Saturday with my team Love Lamp.
Yeah.
So that's Saturday the 24th of October. And then on the last show on the Sunday with my team Casual First Date. So that's going to be cool.
Hell yeah. Go see Gareth.
And that's,
if you're in the neighbourhood.
Yeah, that's the Auckland Improv Marathon. Saturday the 24th and Sunday the 25th of October.
Cool. Nice.
I'm like Van Pelt falling into Jumanji. I'm plugging.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, amazing. I've got nothing to plug really, but if you like the works of James Barron, I've been James Barron. Hi. Then you could just I don't know, buy me a coffee. That'd be nice. We could hang out.
Oh dang it! I should have asked for that.
Let's have a chat, have a brew together. That's my plug.
Oh, this is lovely.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Oh.
And until then, we'll see you on the dark side of the moon.
On the dark side of the moon, swapping places.